Good morning, Sagittarius. Gang, gang. I'm always trying to get the camera angle so perfect, but you know how it goes. I hope this day finds you well. All is well, of course, and that you get everything you desire today. Welcome to the daily message. This is for the sign of Sagittarius. Though anyone is welcome if you feel connected to the messages, then it's for you. It's really that simple. So, Sagittarius, what's up? What's up? These are messages that are supposed to reach you today. Why? I don't know, Sag. But there you go. They could be unfolding today or they could be unfolding at a future time. But, I think that one of the placements I should really be asking is why you're getting this message today. So, anyways, there's usually an extended for these readings, and I will surely let you know by the end of the reading if there will be an extended and what the extended will be talking about. So, I didn't have to do a relational message because it showed up right in the middle of the reading. But let's go over the vibe first because there's a journey here, right? And that's really your path. And we were seeing that yesterday too about you being on the right path. Things are coming together with yin and yang, and we know yin and yang are the dark and the light energies which work together. So the action and the feeling, however, the male, the feminine, the dark, the light, it's all working. It's all working. It's starting to come together for your journey. And these numbers are really important too. 222. So you can stop your worrying, Sag. Stop worrying. Everything's working out. Which primarily, when we're talking about angel numbers, that is always my feeling for 222. And, kind of your guides and spirits telling you it's all okay. Stop worrying. Can also be a soulmate number. So, just FYI, you could be attracting a soulmate, but we'll see. So, smack dab in the middle, which is the influence, okay? At the heart of it is spiritual partnership, which, spiritual partnership is broader than just someone you're in love with, okay? It really is, because you could be in a relationship with someone and it's not a spiritual partnership. You're just in a relationship, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I always I'm kind of iffy. I do believe in soulmates. I do believe that there are people that we go through this life that we are that close to, right? And what does that mean? That means that, what we feel deep in our soul, even our goal, not necessarily our goals, but our soul energy we share with another person, which really transcends romance. It transcends friendship. It's maybe even all of those things, because I believe personally that most of the time soulmates are the friends we go through life with. They can also be family. I mean, your dog could be your soulmate. I mean, I don't know, but it's a closeness that we don't get with every relationship is what I'm saying. So you may have been on the outs with someone that you are very close to, that you've been through a lot with. Let me just say that, because teaching and learning is here in spiritual partnership. So there is forgiveness. There is coming together. And you did learn something here. But this would be a relationship that you teach and learn with quite a bit. Honestly, they learn a lot from you. You learn a lot from them. That's the way that it goes with the two of you. I don't think it's always about being on the same page either. I think that that's a misconception that we have about soulmates or soul partners, that we have all these things in common with them. I don't think that's always the case, and you don't have to be on the same page with people all the time. But you know, understanding is a completely different thing. So that being said, let's move on. An action you're being led to, Sagittarius, is definitely letting something go, because it says here, say it 3 times, I don't care. So you're choosing not to focus on anything negative. Spread the love, and I deserve abundance, because there's a knowing, and definitely Sagittarians know it. That there's abundance and positivity in love, and that's why I feel like you don't want to hold on to bad feelings, and you don't have any space for it. Don't have any space, right? So I'm super excited about the mystery cards. So let's talk about the mystery cards, and then we'll get to clarifying things a little bit more. So Thief, Sudden Wealth reversed, Great Fortune, and Poverty reversed. So definitely whenever I see this Thief card, I don't really think about it as stealing. I know that some people do, because these cards are really literal, but I also think that this has a lot to do with time, honestly. Wasting time, blah, blah, blah. But it feels to me actually like you lost some money here, right? Or some money was lost, maybe over time, maybe wasted time, or maybe someone else took it from you or owed you money or something. Either way, you're getting wealth back. And, poverty reversed, this could be telling you coming out of hard financial times. So I love that. See, occupation is here with imprisonment, message, toilet. So there's some sort of message coming in about work. So we will definitely keep that too. But yeah, so we will definitely look at that in the extended, because, money returning to you, what is better than that? That's like that lost and found shiznit, right? That's right. So on the bottom, King of Wands, the Tower, the Six of Wands, the Fool, the Hierophant. It literally is telling the story here. So, is it a partner? I don't know. We think of the King and Queen of Wands as the perfect partners. This would be a person who is as passionate as you are. Okay. So it could be another fire sign for sure. Just in the way fire signs move is that their tempers tend to flare quite a bit. They're not usually calm all the time, right? And it comes from a place of passion. Not even I don't know if you've ever talked to other fire signs. I'm sure you have. But the way that we talk even can get really, I don't know, excitable, and people can tend to translate that a little bit differently than we do. Like that we are getting mad, or tell us to calm down, and we're like, there's nothing wrong. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The King of Swords is on the top here with the World. So that's a new plan. And the Eight of Swords. Like wanting to set a new plan in action, not being able to maybe right at the moment. But, this is about the tower is the way everything came crashing down. And with the Six of Wands, you're definitely moving on from something that kind of maybe pissed you off, right? If forgiveness is necessary here. Um, the King of Wands, are they? I don't know that the King of Wands has a temper necessarily, but they're used to people following what they say. Definitely, I wouldn't say the King of Wands is bossy, but they're used to being followed and probably used to leading as well. We see nothing but Leo energy all the time around us. I don't know why that is, but that's definitely that. Like the King of Wands, they expect to be respected and heeded, but it can also represent a new vision, right? And you are having a fresh start with this person after learning something. You're definitely learning something too. And I feel like Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Maybe that's when not to say something, honestly. But, I digress. Let's get on with it. Tell us about this yin yang and journey, Sagittarius. Yin yang and journey. What's balancing out here? What's balancing out here? What's coming together? Okay, Five of Pentacles. All right. What's balancing out? Oh. Definitely an opportunity. Here we go with the Leo again. I mean, I would understand it if we were in Leo season, but we are not. It's always there for us, though. Okay. So basically, what's coming together in your journey is, I feel like there's going to be an opportunity to get out of some difficulty. Uh, it could be financial difficulty because there are pentacles here. And with the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords, I kind of feel like in terms of this challenge or this problem, you're realizing that you need help. You're facing some sort of truth here because it's all over the place. And the King of Cups is usually someone who helps, someone who makes things happen. And basically, this is a person who helps you get out of a difficult financial situation. So I said what I said. And look at this. It's like Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Temperance. That's like you, Sag, saying, is this really helping me, or does this cause another problem for me? And that might just come from the space of Sagittarius doesn't want to ask for help. We do not. We don't. So tell me about forgiveness. Forgiveness. Oh, gosh, that's so much. Can you make it simpler for me, Spirit? Tell me about, there you go. You're like, Bish. All right. Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Moon. Forgiveness. Okay. I feel like, when this comes about or when the discussion comes about, there might be like that, when you ask that question, I don't even know what I'm mad about. Like, what was I even mad about? Right? But I do think that it could have been over something said, right? And maybe you want acknowledgement for that. Sometimes the Knight of Swords doesn't say things really well. They can be insensitive and run right over people's feelings. That's why I don't like the Knight of Swords. And, maybe it isn't what was, and that might be what you kind of, maybe you don't really even understand why you were mad. It could be something as simple as the way it was said. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes the way or the tone in which someone says something to me, no. No. And, but there is, with the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, there is putting it down and giving it time, that kind of thing. Tell me about this spiritual partnership, because kind of feels, 10 of Cups, someone who feels like family to you. Spiritual partnership. 7 of Wands, 9 of Swords. You're tired. Here's the thing. You're tired of defending yourself to this person. Maybe this is something that has happened more than once, right? Yeah, look at this. 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. You could also be tired of helping this person see the right thing or the right way to go. Interesting. So teaching and learning. Tell me about that. Teaching and learning for Sag. Teaching. Okay. That took forever, didn't it? Okay. The World card. A new cycle. The Devil. The 9 of Cups. And the Knight of Cups. Like, I do feel a lot of the times it may be the way that this person talks to you. Like how, maybe your feelings aren't heard. You know what I'm saying? But with the Devil being in the middle of such a good card, you may be overcoming that. For sure. Look, the 4 of Wands on the bottom, the 4 of Swords, the Fool. I do think that there's going to be a lot of thinking on both sides, but you also give this person something to think about. Maybe they didn't realize that they did that, There could be that energy. So say it 3 times. I don't care. Queen of Wands. There you go. 3 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Swords. Definitely moving on from whatever this is. And it feels like in a really good way. Because the 3 of Pentacles is also getting acknowledged, right? And right after the Queen of Wands, it's like you're very blunt with this person. You do want to move on from this. You definitely do. And move on in a good way, right? Because we see love here. But you want to be heard. You want them to hear you, right? And that's happening. And it's a long time in coming, right? 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 9 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. I feel like you didn't also know how to say this to this person without them taking it really badly. Okay, well, that's a whole story, Sag. That's a whole story. So let's get some more energies for you. It looks like really since Monday, some really good things coming. And I love that for you, for me, for the Sagittarius community, for sure, for sure. So let's get some other energies, right? The Cozy Witch. The Cozy Witch while you look at the sun. It's so funny. I was just talking about Leo, and then there's, I had changed the tablecloth, and it's Leo there with the sun. There's the sun right there. Okay. So what is supporting Sagittarius? What's the blessing? Two of Wands. Eight of Wands. It's like you're making a choice here on your path. You know, the Two of Wands is very much this or that, right? And with the Two of Wands, I always feel like no matter what you choose, it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. So you're making a choice. And once you do, things are really going to start to move. And I have seen the full moon here quite a bit. Now, I know we're going into the new moon, I think today, maybe, if it's the 25th. What is moving quickly? What is moving? Yep, Ace of Swords again. That means there's an opportunity coming. Ten of Wands. And it is going to, and there's like a decision being made in your favor. Maybe you're even getting some karma back your way. You know, some good karma in terms of something that's really been a burden for you. A burden, Three of Swords, a problem. Yes. And the Two of Swords is on the bottom with the Ten of Cups. You haven't really known what to do to make everyone happy. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it becomes less about making everyone happy, you know, and starting even when your opportunities come. Sorry, y'all. Maybe you'll just be a little bit quieter about it so it doesn't affect everyone, you know. It's not that we shouldn't share our good news with people, but if we get something good and other people are still struggling, or we know that they might not necessarily be for our opportunity, what do we do then? Sometimes we got to move in Seven of Swords energy. We got to move a little quieter. Okay, so what's the challenge? Challenge. Seven of Cups. Okay. You're making a difficult choice for yourself. Okay. Yep. For yourself. It may be regarding a job or your money, whatever. Or people, the people around you. There's just a sense of not really knowing who you can trust. And so that might be the whole moving more quietly thing, right? So what's Sagittarius's advice? Okay. Five of Swords, Page of Swords. Keep shiz to yourself. Keep the stuff you learn to yourself. You know, it's not saying, you know, they're saying that you don't need, just because you learn about something, you know, it's telling you not to fight about it, you know, because the Five of Swords is conflict, to just move on your own. Ace of Cups. There will come a time, a right time for saying something, but this may not be it. Wow, okay. Okay, Sag, what's that all about? I don't know, but it definitely has something to do with something you learned. So maybe some information falls into your lap and you want to say something about it right at the moment, but I feel like the universe is saying, no, we're not having this conflict right now. It's not, it's kind of like it's not, and the Ace of Cups is a self-care card too. It wouldn't be in your best interest. It would be better for you to keep it to yourself for now. Ooh, how about that, Sag? So what's the mantra? What's the mantra for Sagittarius? What's the mantra for Sag? Oh. I celebrate all the greatness in my life. Amen, amen. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Stay tuned. I think I'm going to do a one of my favorite readings today, the Who's Talking About You reading. So that's what I have for you. I hope it really helps. Toodles.